Okay, so we're back now. In We just finished generating the formula, and we'd like to take questions down in solving with this. So ch- let's go to a whiter, more better, cleaner board. So let me I take my screen down and take us down to the other side. Okay. So now I'll put down the formula again, and then we'll use the formula to solve. Remember, the formula is what? Let me use a different color. X is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now let's take down the question to solve applying this formula. We have this question. We have 6x squared minus 7x minus 5 equal to 0. Now let's apply using formula methods to solve this. Okay, so using formula method, I was trying to look for something to put my hand on. My hand is actually wet and it's been fringing on my desk. Okay, so let's apply the formula method. Now applying our formula method, remember what our values, our a is what? Our a is 6. Let me use a different color to do that. Our a is 6, our b is what? Minus 7, and our c is what? Minus 5, right? So now applying that, we have that for applying formula method, we have x is equal to, now this x can be anything. If peradventure they were using y here, then to be y is equal to, but right now we're using x as our quadratic arbitrary value. So our x is equal to, what's our minus b? Our b now is what? Our b is what? Minus 7, right? So it is minus bracket. Our b is minus 7, so put the minus 7 in the bracket. Plus or minus square roots. Our b again is what? Minus 7, right? So put minus 7 in the bracket, so it's power 2. Minus 4. Now what's our a? Our a is 6, so 4 times 6. And then our c is what? Minus 5. Minus 5, multiplying minus 5 also. And then all over what? So why is my hand going that way? All over our 2 times our a is what? 6. So 2 times 6. Now let's open this. Now minus times minus 7 give us plus, right? So that's 7 plus or minus square roots. Now what's this? Minus 7 raised to power 2 will be giving us 49, because it will now be positive when you open it with a squared value. Then minus times minus here will give us a plus, right? Yes, so this is a plus. 4 times 6 times 5. Now let me bring in my calculator. Oh, don't worry, I can do it. 4 times 5 is 20 already. 4 times 5 is 20. Now 20 times 6 will be giving us around 120, right? 20 times 6, yeah, to be giving us around 120. So that's 120. So we're having 120 here. Therefore, it means that this my square root is just too long. So let me shorten it. Okay, so we have this over 2 times 6. We have 12. So continuing, let's draw a line, and then this is our x is still equal to, we have 7 plus or minus, now 49 plus 120 is what we'll now be looking at. 49 plus 120 is what? 169. So that's square root of 169 over 12. And then our x is equal to, let's now solve this. We have square root of 169 is 13, I believe, so that's 13. 7 plus or minus, yes, 13 over 12. So we are almost done. The next part will be x is equal to 7 plus 13 over 12, or 7 minus 13 over 12. Why do we do that? Because we're having plus or minus, so here will be plus, here will be minus, and then we can now solve them individually for the two values of x. So say 7 plus 13 is what? That's 20. 20, here's 20 over 12, and 20 over 12 will be giving us around, what can divide it? We know that 4 can divide it, so 4 in 20 is 5, and 4 in 12 is 3. So what again? Or x is what? 7 minus 13 will be giving us minus 5, right? 5 plus 7, no, that's minus 6. Minus 6 over 12. And then when you divide through, what do you have? You have 3 can divide, so 3 in 6 is 2. And then 3 in 12 we have 4. Oh, 6 can even divide it. What's going on with my what's going on with me? So 6 can divide it. So 6 can divide. So 6 itself can divide it going to the both of them. So 6 and 6 is 1, and that's minus 1, and 6 and 12 is what? 2. So we have minus 1 over 2. So our two values are what? 5 over 3 or minus 1 over 2. So that's where we end it here. So we have 5 over 3 and minus 1 over 2. Now you see how very interesting this formula helps us. It just gives us directly, we just start fixing the values and working with it. But the main thing is we have to know the formula. That's where people fail a lot. They don't usually know this formula. And this formula has to be, in fact, something that it must be with you and in you for life. It's an essential formula for solving kind of very quick quadratic questions. Okay, that's it. So maybe I might take one or two questions else. Okay, let me just take one more question and then we'll wrap it up for this particular topic. And if you have any question, you already know what to do. Drop it in the comment section. Okay, so let's take one last question. Okay, I'm trying to look for a question that is going to it's a bit different. I can't really see one here. Okay, so let me just attempt taking this question down. Let's attempt this question. This one looks very direct. It looks very direct. I'm looking for something that's looking a little bit off the tangent from what we are doing. Oh yeah, I think I've seen a better question to take down. Now let's take down this one. We have 2x squared plus 7x minus 11 is equal to 0. Now solving this one again, remember what's our formula? Our formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square roots of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so solving this, we have fixing our values. We have that our x is equal to our b is what? 7, right? So we have 7 plus or minus square roots of our b again is what? 7 square minus 4 times our a is what? Our a is 2, and then times our c is what? Minus 11. You can put it in a bracket so you will know that, and then over what? 2a, 2 times 2. Okay, so what's the next part? Minus 7 plus or minus square roots of 7 square 49. Then we have minus times minus is plus, so we have plus 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 11 is 88, so we have 88 over 2 times 2, 4. Continuing, we have minus 7 plus or minus 49 plus 88. Now that's 9 plus 8 will give us 7. That's 17. So that's 7 carry 1. So add it to your 5. 5 plus 8, we have 13. So that's 137. So that's square root of 137 over 4. Now, this is the kind of question I've been waiting for since. So now this one, we have that our x is equal to minus 7 plus root of 137 over 4, or minus 7 minus root of 137 over 4. Now notice something. I did not find the square root of 137 because I know that 137 is not a perfect square, so it's going to be hard to find the square root of such kind of value. But there's one thing I can do. If maybe the options I'm giving is required for me to end in a decimal value, then please, let me look at this one. Okay, they said correct to 2 decimal places, so that means they expect that I'm going to have a scenario that's like this, that's something like this. So I have to solve it in using my calculator now. So using my calculator, I can bring in my calc. So let me bring in my calculator. Okay, so now I can now find the square root of 137. So finding the square root of 137, I have 137 here, and I find my square roots. So where is square roots? Okay, there's it. It's 11.705. Let me use 3 decimal places, so that at the end I'll now do it to 2 decimal places. So I use 3, so at the end I can now bring it down to 2, so that I'll have more accuracy to my answer. So it's 11.701. If you can look at it very well, or I think I should drag it more so you can see it. 11.701. So that is equal to minus 7 plus 11.701 over 4, or minus 7 minus 11.701 over 4. and that's equal to, now I can now add this thing up. So let me just bring in my calculator again. Adding them up, we have this sorry, minus, so let me refresh. I have minus 7 what's happening. So okay, I have 11.701, and then we are subtracting it from minus 7, and that's this 4.701, and then we can now divide it also. When we get answer divided by 4, and what's our value? We have 1.17525. Wow, that's long. So we have 1.17525. Or for this other part, let's do this. So here we have 11. Now this is like, these two are adding each other. You can see minus and minus, so they're adding each other. So you can just say 11.701 adding 7, and what do you have? You have 18.701. 18.701 dividing 4, what do you have? You have 4.67525. So that's a negative value, because remember we're working with negative sign, so it's a negative sign. So it is minus 4.67525. Okay, so since they say our answer should end in 2 decimal places, to be what? 1 point. Now approximating here will be what? 1.18, or here will be what? 4 minus 4 point what? Approximating here to here is what? 4.68, and that's the final answer, and we're correct. Okay, so that's it for quadratic equation. We've done completing the square, we've done factorization, and we've just finished with quadratic formula method. So we'll wrap it up for here in quadratic equation. Maybe next video might be a push and lose method on how to work with push and lose methods. So thank you, and give me your feedback or any comments you need to make.